Hey, I'm Izzy, and you're listening to Real Quick. Check out the rest of the episodes and other amazing content at intheworks.com. What's up, everybody? I am super excited for my guest today. She's doing such dope things and creating opportunities for people that look like us, that sound like us. Super excited to have on Kelley. Kelley, thanks for joining me.
Oh, thanks for having me, Izzy. I'm so glad to be here.
For the people who don't know who you are and don't know what you're working on, do you want to give an intro as to who you are and what you do?
Yeah, I'd love to. So, again, I'm Kelley Cambry. I'm the co founder and CEO of Blues Studios. I'm a third generation entrepreneur. I grew up in what you would call today a makerspace. So, my parents owned a marketing agency and production studio, and it was with this super hands on learning environment at home where I learned how to code. I also learned how to teach myself graphic design and, just how to be a lifelong learner. So how do you continuously learn and upskill as the world changes, especially today with technology? My background is in finance and computer science, but more importantly, I'm a wife. I am an avid Trekkie. I absolutely love Star Trek. I'm a chef. I've been cooking since I was 4. My dad taught me how to cook. I'm a daughter, and more importantly, I'm somebody who believes that it's all about maximizing human potential of kids and families across the world. So that's also why our tagline for Blue Studios is "From Our Family to Yours."
So what is Blue Studios?
Oh, well, I'm glad that you asked because I love talking about Blue Studios. So, Blue Studios is a live stream and on demand platform delivering the best STEM classes for kids taught by the best STEM instructors. So, we call ourselves like a Peloton of STEM or a masterclass for kids. We stream our classes live from our network of studios, and we tell parents to imagine a world where Netflix makes your kids smarter and YouTube is safe. That's exactly what Blue Studios is and why we exist. So we focus on the full pipeline. We start all the way from pre-K all the way to 12th grade. And we have everything from coding, robotics, botany, microbiology, you name it, we've got it at Blue Studios. And all of our content is delivered through our managed marketplace.
In our conversations before this episode, it seemed like from an outsider's point of view, you're really building a company with transparency. And I picked you specifically for this episode because of me looking at it from the outside and just wanting that insider's perspective as to how you're doing just that. So I'll give you a underhead toss here and ask you, how do you lead with transparency?
Oh man, that is a great question. Well, for me, transparent leadership is just really about setting expectations and communicating on an ongoing basis. It's not about just setting a ton of meetings just for meeting's sake and like going through the motions. It's not about micromanaging your team, but it's more importantly about surrounding yourself with super smart people who can really bring their whole selves to the table, who can bring their creativity and bring their special talents to make something better. And for those really creative and talented people, they expect transparent leadership. And so for me, it's about creating an environment where transparency can be fostered and we can just let great people do their thing.
So for those people that expect it, why do you think it's so important to them?
So much of this world today is, you just feel like a lot of the institutions and organizations that you interact with are always playing gotcha, right? And these are institutions and organizations that we're supposed to trust. And then on the opposite side, some may, in order to create a safer environment, might create too sterile of an environment where people are limited and they really can't effectively be their best selves. And at the end of the day, we want to win. And we want to share those wins, and without the proper environment, those wins really cannot be maximized.
How do you, how can someone be a more transparent leader, one, and then two, how can someone work to create a more authentic work environment?
Yeah, I mean, one of the ways that I think that you can be a more transparent leader is that as a leader, you really have a responsibility to think several steps ahead. So not only are you thinking about the short term, but you're also thinking about the long term at the same time, which is super challenging. And that's why not everybody is a leader, but at the same time, as a leader, you have the responsibility to build that culture, to build that environment, and really find the partners that are going to share your vision and come along the way. And it's important for every input to get the output that you desire. And so that means thinking about showing your work all the time. We're big about showing our work at Blue Studios and holding yourself accountable for the outcomes that you get, whether those are great outcomes or not so great outcomes.
Real quick, what's your middle of the day snack?
All right, my go-to middle of the day snack is an IQ bar. It's a protein bar, flavored banana nut.
Real quick, who is someone you emulate yourself after?
My mother, my grandmothers, my great-grandmothers, etc. As I mentioned, I'm a third-generation entrepreneur. It runs in my family, and it's just been amazing to be descendants of women who are just really before their time, who were ambitious, forward-thinking, but just still found a way to be like great mothers, great wives, and also always contribute to their community as well.
Lastly, real quick, how can somebody tune into your work and follow your journey?
Yeah, so follow us on Instagram at bluestudios_IO. Twitter as well is a super popular platform for us. You can follow us at bluestudios_USA. And our website is www.bluestudios.io.
Thanks for listening to Real Quick. In this issue, we talk with 4 different founders on the 4 elements of authenticity. Check out all the rest of the episodes and other amazing content at intheworks.com.